Hey, what's happening, Mark Bear, Naked Willie? Where in the world are you today?
We're in Ramsey, New Jersey, and I'm joined with Rosario Vizzari. Hi, how are you?
Hey, nice to meet you, Rosario. Ramsey, New Jersey, but I thought you lived in Chicago.
Well, Dave, we are live in a warehouse today, and where are you?
I am at Advancing Prefab in Phoenix, Arizona, getting my education on. That's where I'm at.
Okay, we're off at the airport. We'll meet you there.
Let's go. Well, you don't fly.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Nice bicycle. We're going to start biking.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, listen, everybody. Welcome to the show today. I got a little bit of a write-up, Mark, a little monologue that I want to read that I think is going to fit perfectly into this. Right? It's about Stephen Baczek, who is a nationally recognized architect who has designed hundreds of projects across the spectrum of energy performance, comfort, durability, to include many of the nation's top energy-conscious homes. You may have heard him say before, it's not rocket science, it's building science. And while many school-aged children may struggle with science in the beginning, there is no doubt how easy it is to recognize the lessons learned from bad building science or no building science at all. And I have a feeling today you're going to teach us a little bit about building science, Mark.
I'm not going to teach anything. Oh, yeah, I think my mic just muted, Dave.
No, you're good. You're good. So why don't you tell us about why you're in Ramsey, New Jersey, Mark?
So when we talk about our wall assemblies, we all know that there's the best part and there's a part that normally has to be addressed.
Yep.
Oftentimes, we enjoy the benefit of light coming into our buildings, but we haven't had the opportunity in many occasions to have a window performing the way we'd like it to. That's what we're doing today. We're learning about high performance windows. Rosario's going to tell you all about it.
All right, let us know all about you, Rosario. Let's hear it.
Hi, well, I am one of the owners of White Windows, located in Ramsey, New Jersey. We manufacture high-performance European tilt and turn windows. Our windows are passive house windows. We use it in the passive house work. We decided to open our factory because there was no availability of these windows in the United States. So my partner and I decided to open this factory in 2016. In 2017, we were fully operational. We started with about 800 square feet. Today, we have about 30,000 square feet.
Wow.
We have two fully automated lines, one semi-automated line. We can produce about 1,000 frames per shift. We have the newest technology in the manufacturing of windows. Actually, as I was telling, we have one of the machines we have is the only of its kind in the entire world. It was manufactured for us, and that's where we produce our sachets.
Wow.
The process starts with receiving the profile from Germany. We keep in storage about enough profile to manufacture on average about 10,000 windows at any given time. Our lead time anywhere between 8 to 14 weeks. Compared to the industry that right now, I believe they're about 26 to 34. So we have a great advantage because we manufacture in the US. And again, everything is made here in Ramsey. We are very close to New York City. We ship all over the country. And the profile we use is extruded in Germany, specifically made for the North American market. As a matter of fact, there's extra stabilizer because the UV level in North America is higher. So we need to protect the window extra. So the profile has extra titanium. And in addition to that, for the color, we use a Renolic film, which is an FX film, which is also made specifically made for climate like the one we have in North America or in very area.
Yeah. So is it a 3-pane window?
Yeah, we manufacture double pane and triple pane.
Yeah.
Again, the window is a tilt and turn window, has a minimum of 7 locking points. They go all the way around. We can achieve U value as low as 0.13.
Wow.
Our double pane, the highest U value we have is with the double pane, which is 0.5.
So there's the gasketing system as well.
Yeah, we have a 3 gasket system in the frame, which gives us an advantage because it makes the window super airtight and super waterproof.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see some of these windows. We got some of these laying around. We can take a look at.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yep.
as we speak, they are building. Over here, you have windows that have been made this morning. This particular one are for a retrofit job in the Bronx. As you can see, it's aiming at the sash right now.
Mm-hmm.
We put a panel where they can put AC units if they want, or they can leave the panel. It's an insulated panel. This particular window for this project has a U value of 0.23.
0.23.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can also climb in and out of this window.
So, yeah. So, can you show us the hinge action on that? It kind of has a European look to it. Yes.
So yeah, these are only we manufacture only European windows.
Yes.
So
European style.
if I scroll to this one, they can see it open.
Yeah, actually, I can open that.
It's going to open it so the frame and the sash are put together, and he's opening it there.
This one, I believe, for New York City.
So this is a New York City window.
As you can see,
Yeah.
full filters because it's required by the city. This is only window, and this particular one has 5 locking points.
1 second, Dave. I got to get power.
I have to.
Sorry, folks. Live. Connecting with electric. All electric phones need up to 40. So there you have it.
Yeah. All right. So with with this style of window, and you said with the passive house, where do you fall like on the spectrum of? I mean, is it only passive house stuff, or are they all custom order, or do you make standard sizes as well for?
Perfect question. Yeah, of course. Everything we made is custom, and we manufacture for passive house, but also for regular building. This particular one is a retrofit, but it's not a passive house.
Okay, got it.
There's the machine I got to see, Dave. It takes and will make any size that's needed.
Yeah.
So fast, my head spun. But you also have a double pane that tilts for the affordable market.
Right.
Triple pane that tilts and turns for the high performance. That versatility means more people can benefit from I would almost call it's seamless the way it's welded together.
Absolutely.
I saw the spot and he's showing me the weld.
Yeah.
Weld. It was completely there, and then he says, "Now wait, we test that as well."
Right.
Every project we do, we test all the weld to make sure they are up to the specs that the manufacturer of the PVC gives us, and we exceed the testing by maybe 3 times as much as the spec requires.
Sure.
For instance, if a corner should break at a pressure of 250 kilos, we can achieve 1,000 kilos before it breaks.
No kidding. And so where does your experience come from this? Like, how long have you been in the window manufacturing business?
Well, in the U.S., as I said before, my partner and I started in 2016. He built the first certified passive house in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Imported his windows from overseas, and he was telling me how he had to wait 3 months to receive one piece from overseas because he was broken. So I had a big space in Ramsey. I said, well, maybe it's time that we start manufacturing these windows in the U.S. I had some experience in Italy growing up. I grew up around a window manufacturing plant that members of my family owned. So I brought some of my experience in, and he brought his expertise in passive house, and the two of us combined everything together. And today we have one of the most important European manufacturing windows in the U.S.
Yeah. What town was the, where did you build your first passive house in New Jersey? You know, I used to live in New Jersey, and Jen's actually from New Jersey, so she wants to know.
It's in Ramsey, New Jersey, which is in Bergen County.
Bergen County, what exit? No, I'm just kidding. That's what everybody says.
Exactly.
The footage that we don't have, I mean, it's a beautiful open space, and there's a lot of moving parts. I was stayed by the volume of what's done.
Yeah.
So the exactness of what's achieved is because of the automation. I've toured many facilities like you have. I haven't seen what I'm seeing today, and I guess there's certain things I'm not supposed to get a photograph of because it's innovative for them. But there's also doors. So there's a door, they're transforming the conference room area, and there's a meeting being held there. But these lift and slide doors are locking at so many locations, and they're bringing it tight. So Dave, a lot of times our viewers, we talk about how good car production's made, right? And the gasket seal to make it tight. This gasket seal is, when I laughed and made the comparison to cars, they said, oh no, this is more like an airplane. And it really is. It closes the door, we can't hear machinery and all the workers running. And how big is that door?
Well, we manufacture, the one you're talking about is a lift and slide door. We just made one for a famous actress, I won't say her name, but it was 24 feet wide by 9.5 feet tall. With 4 different paints, 4 different 2 openings and 2 faces.
So it's like the size of a U-Haul.
Yeah. Right? Now we are introducing a special door which is called Smart Slide.
Okay.
It's a compression door. We are the only company manufacturing this door in the United States.
Yeah.
And also can achieve big, so we can build a 24 feet wide by 9.5 feet tall slide. It's very easy to open. It has 8 different locking points compared to the 1 locking point of the typical American slide.
So, you haven't met Dave before, but Dave's an air sealing expert.
Yep.
And on the weekends, after he's done running and before he's going, he says, hey, Mark, maybe we could do some projects together. So, Dave, the 9-foot by 20-foot door, you and I will help him air seal it one time. What do you think of that?
I think that's a great idea as long as I don't have to carry it.
So,
you're right, that's good.
So in the conference room, they have the giant frame sitting on the beautiful floor. It's not mounted to the floor so that you can actually experience the moving of this, but it sits so flush with the tile. I have to say, whoever did the tile did such a great job, because the door is perfect.
Right.
The tile is perfect too, and it sits on there. Nothing is supporting this. This door frame is literally sitting in the conference room. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, so it just has. So is there a threshold with it or no?
Yes. We have a threshold. This particular one has a raised threshold, but we also have 0 threshold for ADA.
You do. Perfect. I think that's awesome. So
if the window, the machine that puts the hardware on, it talks automatically, and if it happens to be a tempered ADA accessible window, it automatically says that the hardware should be at this height to promote the accessibility and use. I couldn't
For sure. So Rosario, tell me, like if I were to say, hey Rosario, why should I buy your windows versus another company's window? What would you tell me? What's your elevator pitch that, I should buy yours over, one from Home Depot or elsewhere? I already know the answers to some of this, but let's hear it from you.
That's a good one, Dave.
Well, as I said before, these windows are specifically made for the high performance market. We believe in saving energy, in cutting the carbon emission. So these windows, as I said before, they have a minimum of 7 locking points compared to your 1 or 2 locking points from the store that you just mentioned. We have triple gasket, we have triple pane. The U value of the window is super low. I highly doubt it that a typical double hung or a casement window can achieve this U value. Again, we try to target the passive house market, but also the high performance market.
Sure. Well, and I think that's really understandable, right? But let's get into the cost, right? And when I say cost, I don't want to discuss price, but I think you get what you pay for. Things that are worth value in BS, Friday and Science and Passive House end up saving you so much money in the long run that you have to think up front. And the problem, that we see even today, most people would rather have hardwood floors than spend the extra money on a better window that's going to save them money to buy those hardwood floors later. And I think, this is a real value that I think we don't talk enough about.
So, in your experience, vast experience in the modular world, and mine in predominantly the site construction, we're used to the windows being the weakest link, right? So
that's right.
The glass, of course, is stopping the rain. The glass is stopping that airflow. But where the frame and the glass comes together, and where the frame hits the house, is where you might be experiencing that air leakage. So the energy efficiency of what I'm seeing today and the values that they test and forced, that is not what we're experiencing. It's a transformation in what we're used to. Because of the value, that air tightness, the triple gasket, and then all those locking systems, when the window closes, it's not something you're going to put your finger in. It's like when a car door closes.
Yeah.
Solid seal. It's a seamless seal.
And as far as cost, I don't believe that these windows are much more expensive than the typical brand name in the United States. I mean, we see clients coming with quotes from competitors, which they are not really competitors, but they are windows that they are used in the US. And many times we are even less expensive than them, although we provide a much better product.
Right. So I have a question from Harvey Minnick. He's asking, are the windows PHI certified?
Yes, we have. We just finished passive house certification, and we're preparing the paperwork for another certification. For I believe it's zone. We have zone 4 and 5. I think we're going to zone 6. Or we have zone 4, we're going to zone 5.
It's a good question, because a lot of times, if the audience doesn't know this, a high performance window that is purchased from another country, they might not be aware that the altitude and how the windows are manufactured there is not going to relate to the changes in the regions. So what they do here is they prepare that, and they know where the windows are going, and it's made to that performance level. Really important as well.
Are these windows available in Canada, Harvey asked?
Well, we can ship to Canada. We ship all over the United States. I mean, from New Jersey, we go to Washington State as well as Colorado. As I was trying to say before, when we ship to the high altitude, we insert breathing tubes in the glass in order to compensate the different pressure at a high altitude and to avoid breakage in the glass.
Sure. And just so you know, I have your window, your website here up on screen, just kind of showing some people where they can find the information, right? Wythe Windows, because your view of the world deserves it. And there's a picture of a cutout of how that triple pane high performance window and doors
Yes,
are
as
made.
you can see on this picture, all of our windows are steel reinforced. We put 2 millimeter steel, rather than 1.5, and we put steel on every size. I mean, a lot of our competitors from Europe, below a certain size, they do not reinforce the window, but we do in any given size. We put the steel.
Wow, look at that door. That's amazing.
This is the lift and slide that he was talking about. We're missing the smart slide in the website right now.
And it's also so because of that construction, I'll set up. There's a thermal brake there now. Look at the
This
size
is
of
the lift and
that.
slide.
So you're telling me that these are passive house. Look at the views you get. That's amazing. Yeah.
It sounds like you and Jennifer are taking a trip to New Jersey, huh?
Well, we may have to come definitely do a live walkthrough and watch the manufacturing process. You know, it's always interesting to see, because I think seeing a finished product's one thing, experiencing with the people how it's made, so you can see the love and care people put into their work. I think it just makes it all the much better, and why people love products, right, that they can get behind, literally, or look through, literally. I love it.
You could tell that the dedication to the industry is reinforced by the dedication to the product.
Yeah.
The staff here hasn't stopped. You know, clearly, I'm interrupting them with the camera here, but there's beautiful windows everywhere you look.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. I love it. So, what part of Italy are you from?
Well, I grew up in the south of Italy, in a region called Calabria, which is across from Sicily.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides my accent, I've been in the U.S. much longer than I've been in Italy. So I've been in the U.S. for 2 years. So
you can hear
great.
the New Jersey accent coming through.
Yeah. Great logo and motto, Harvey says. We got good old Greg Ugaldi joining us, who, by the way, is on the show Monday, Mark. Greg Ugaldi's on the show.
Hey, Greg, we always enjoy you on the show. Thumbs up to you. Try to get some rest over the weekend. I don't think you slept in the last few years, all the hard work you do, brother.
I know it. He's hoping somebody hands you a guitar so you can start riffing.
Oh, you don't even want to see me on the microphone, Greg.
Yeah. Michael Ingui was on as well. He had to sign off, just so you guys know, but he loved what you had to show. And if Michael Ingui likes what you have, that's a really good thing, because he's a very well-known architect in our world, and you may already know him.
Hey, Dave, if anyone didn't catch up with you yesterday, can you tell us some of the exciting things that you ran into, brother?
Here at the show? I mean, listen, this show has so many workshops and education on the off-site fabrication side of this. I mean, there's electric welders here, robotic welders. There's a big crunch on how do you actually fabricate with less, right? Because we're having a labor issue. Mark, I mean, I'm talking, we're not getting away from having big buildings and steel buildings. We're not getting away from having manufacturing plants, but they are coming up with some systems where 3 or 4 people can build almost a high rise with the robotic machines that they have on site to move, lift, snap into place. It's been great. I got to spend some time with Jamie Johnson from the United Kingdom, which I will be speaking with at the New Zealand Embassy House in England on June 23rd. So we're going to go over there and be one of the guest speakers. So if you're looking for education in offsite construction, if you're looking for workshops to actually physically do things and learn how it's done, this is the show to be to, for sure, advancing prefabrication. So pretty cool stuff. And I was doing a show yesterday, Mark, and Amy Marks walked in, took my camera from me, and she did the walkthrough of the show floor. I just followed her around like a puppy dog.
If she's running with the camera, it gives you a chance to walk and look, because that way no one's distracting you for a minute. Amy's cool. And I say, Dave, you're right. We're at a great time in our industry. We get to experience
That's right.
all the forces coming together, from the tech side to the manufacturing side to the supply side, and to the installations of all of the performing sectors.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, one of the other big thing that's here, Mark, that we should talk more about is these MEP contractors, right? Now we're talking more commercial, bigger scale than what we've had on the show before, but we're talking kit of parts as well. You know, we're talking wiring harnesses for entire buildings, just like a car does it. There's a lot of really cool things that make a ton of sense that we can have less waste if we do it in a controlled environment and simplify the process and make it safer for people on site too.
Well, speaking of a controlled environment, you know, like if I walk into where these machines are operating, obviously the sensors are there. They're detecting that they have the right material. It's putting it forward. And if I walk into that area, that machine then is halted because it detects that I'm there before I even walk forward. It's not that I'm in any sort of danger. It's just that everywhere they walk, it's already set to go. And you see what noted here is all the field measurements is already coordinated. So one end of the factory, the frames are being done. At the other side, the sashes are being done.
Right.
Continue to come together, and it's timed literally like clockwork.
Yep.
How it revolves together, and then the hardware is put on, and of course there's glass involved. We're not at that side, but there's glass involved too.
That's true.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, all right, well, this has been awesome, man. We look to be on location one of these days, maybe at a job site where we could really show the fit and finish of your product in real time and get feedback. I think with Harvey and Michael Ingui and others tuning in, I have a feeling people are going to be reaching out to you to check out your project.
Well, Jennifer, I don't know where that is, but you know where.
Yeah, it's right next town off.
Jennifer,
You're welcome to come visit us.
if you want to have a pastry and walk in the most beautiful, well-organized space, come on by. I'm going to send an email to you both so you can get together and walk the streets that you love.
You better get a lot of donuts because she has like 52 first cousins all in that area. So Jennifer's from Bergen County as well, but I won't say what town.
We have a great pastor in town, so absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Well, listen,
This morning,
hey, look who I found.
who's here?
Hold on. He's moseying a little slow.
Hey, Tim.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to unplug. Go ahead. Say hey, Tim. Give me a second. I had my headsets in.
Sure.
See, Tim? There you go. Now you can say hi to Tim.
Tim, how's it going, brother?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm with Rosario. We're in New Jersey, Tim.
Oh, well, it's probably cooler than it is here.
They're at White Windows Manufacturing, a passive house window company.
I got a light.
I have
Yeah.
a question about,
He has a question.
I have a question about building science challenges and advantages when it comes to prefab. So maybe not either today or a topic for another day, but that was one of my questions.
Of course. Yeah, if you want, you can take my email. We can exchange some ideas.
I will connect with you. Yep.
Yeah. Well, good.
Also,
See you.
Were you just wandering the halls aimlessly? Shouldn't you be in
I
class
thought there
somewhere?
was an event here.
There is an event. Us.
Hey,
So-
Tim,
Good to see you guys.
one of the things I want you to hear, or Dave, you can pass it on later, is the volume in which they produce and the precision of what it produces is perfect for the prefabricated area. It can adapt to those sizes, and it's so unique that the volume, my jaw dropped when they told me how many windows is done in a shift?
About 1,000.
About 1,000 in one shift. Look at him.
Can't hear him anymore.
You're muted, Dave. You're muted, brother.
Yeah, I see that. So somebody behind the scenes muted me. So he has one of the only machines in the world that can help him speed up his process, it sounds like, right?
Of course, yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Well,
I can't
cool.
wait to learn more.
Well,
Keep up the great work, guys.
we're wrapping up here. So, well, listen, Rosario, we appreciate you coming on the show today. Mark, appreciate you bringing
for
this
having me.
live to us from his manufacturing facility. We had, it's always tough pulling these live on location shows together, you know. No matter how many times I do it, Tim will vouch. Even yesterday when Amy took my camera away, it came down to the last minute. Always does. So it's fun. It's fun to pull it all together and once we get it. Rosario, you're doing amazing things. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dave, before we say goodbye, I'm gonna spin the camera around so you can see some of this, and then you can say goodbye.
Okay, I'll blow it up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Go from here. And then show.
How we doing, Dave?
Yeah, doing good, man. I can see it.
I'm being coached.
Yeah. What machine is that?
This is our
Uh-huh.
and then over there, and
Great, great. Yeah. Look how clean your manufacturing facility is, too. I love how clean and neat. Yep, it makes a big difference. People want to come work in a clean, neat environment, you know, and that's important.
Yep. Very.
Perfect. Awesome. So we're going to do a live show from there. Next time I'm up in New Jersey, which is usually quite often, we'll come by and maybe we can bring the big gun cameras and actually do a really high profile show with you. What do you think?
Absolutely. You're more than welcome to come over.
I love it. All right, Mark, where's your pretty face? Are you holding the computer?
I'm holding the computer. Dave, safe travels to you and everyone in Arizona.
Yeah.
Greetings from New Jersey, and we'll see you soon.
Awesome. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Rosario, pleasure to meet you. I hope everybody has a wonderful afternoon.
Likewise. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
All right, bye, everybody. We'll see you, Mark.